Okay, so I haven't uploaded a video in like 2 years. I've been busy with college and I've been working on shows, and then I finished college and then I got a job, and overall I've just been trying not to die. So I swear I'm gonna make another video eventually with more of an update than this, but what I wanted to do was just fill you in on some things that happened while I was at college, or some stupid shit I did with friends, or some stupid shit I did at my job, and stuff like that. Anyway, I've wanted to do this for a while, so here's a little bit of what you missed. This is a story about the first time I smoked weed. Mom, Dad, sorry if you're watching. Okay, so let me just preface this with, if you do smoke, whether it be for like medical reasons or you smoke for fun, that's totally fine. I have no problem with that. Just don't drive or operate heavy machinery, like smoke responsibly, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna give you a lecture. Anyway, so when I was in high school, I was pretty much like a goody two-shoes, which is not a bad thing either. I didn't drink, I didn't have sex. Well, okay, well, that just makes me sound like a loser. I mean, but that's true though. I didn't have sex, and I didn't smoke cigarettes or weed. Fast forward to 2019. Yes, that means I did not try weed for the first time until I was 23. But anyway, so one of my best friends, we'll call her, smokes weed like not super often, but like often enough where she's comfortable with it. And so if you work in theater, people smoke weed like a lot, and whenever someone would offer me some, I'd be like, oh no, thank you, I'm good. And they'd be like, oh, okay, cool, no worries. And I'm gonna be real, no one's ever really pressured me into doing it. It's actually really nice. Everyone who is usually smoking and you say no, they're usually like, oh, okay, no, that's fine, more for me. So one day, I was like, you know what? I want to see what all the hubbub is about. I'd rather smoke with someone I know than at a party with a bunch of randos. And so I pulled aside and I was like, hey, so I'm actually interested in trying to smoke for the first time. Is it okay if I try smoking with you? And she was like super touched about it. And she was like, dude, of course, let's do this. And so she and my other best friend, we'll call her, were like, let's go full stereotype. We'll go to the playground at night. So fucking stupid. We'll go to the playground at night and we'll smoke there. Just a side note, also has never smoked before, but that's because she has asthma. But anyway, I don't know if any of you properly know how to roll a joint, but I still sure as hell don't. And so it was me and all of us were on the playground. And so the first 10 minutes of it was me and going back and forth, trying to roll a blunt on our own because I thought it'd be funny. And it kind of just consisted of me and going back and forth being like, does this look right? No, I think that's too much. I think you wrapped it too tight. Bro, what the fuck are you doing? Aren't you supposed to lick it or something? Are we doing this right? Finally, we had 3 of something close enough to a joint made. So we had 3 of them. She brought her own pipe and she was working away on that while I was in the corner with working on the things we just rolled. And so I picked one up, lit it, and I took my first hit. Nothing happened. I was like, oh, nothing happened. And so Steve was like, maybe you didn't inhale enough? Don't you have to like hold it in your lungs or something? And so I took another hit, and another, and another, and another, and another, and then I finished my first joint. And still nothing. And I was like, huh, maybe I am doing it wrong. And he's like, well, how do you feel? And I'm like, I'm like thirsty? And she goes, okay, maybe keep going. And so I lit up the second one. And I took another hit, and another, and another, and another, and another, and another, and then I finished my second joint. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just me. And so I lit up a third one, and I took a hit, and another, and another, and another, and another, and I was like, wait, hold on, I think I'm getting something. Now, from perspective, she lit up, saw me start, spaced out. I think she was on a phone call with her sister or something for a little bit. She looked back over at me and she saw me working on my third joint thinking it was still my first one. And so she was like, okay, so how's it going? And I was like, I think I feel it. She was like, okay, cool. That means you should probably stop. Let's go grab dinner. I'm hungry. And so she called a car and we went to our local diner. Now, at that moment in time, I can see the appeal of smoking. I felt like nice and warm and fuzzy, and the street lights looked really pretty, and I was with my friends in a nice car, and we're going to dinner at our favorite, favorite implies that it's good, at a diner, and honestly, I just wanted to take a nap. That feeling only lasted about 10 minutes. So we made it to the diner, and we sat down in a booth, and that's when I noticed everything was kind of like wiggling, and I went, is the room supposed to be spinning? And she went, I mean a little? I went, the room is spinning really fast right now. And she went, huh. Let's get some food in you first. Maybe that will help. And so I picked up the menu. And at that point, all 3 joints were hitting me at once. So my vision was blurring so much that the menu was no longer in focus. And so what I should have said is, guys, I think I smoked too much. The room is spinning and I can't focus on the menu. What I actually said was, guys, I think I forgot how to read. And so, and are both like, are you okay? And I went, it feels like someone is massaging the back of my eyeballs. I'm not enjoying this. And was like, how much did you smoke? I went, 3. And she went, 3 what? I went, 3. And she went, 3 hits? I went, no, 3 joints. And she went, what? I thought you only took 1 hit. And I'm like, no, I had 3 whole joints to myself. And she went, why didn't you stop? And I'm like, you didn't tell me to stop. And she went, oh my fucking God, you're gonna die. Dude, do you wanna go home? You don't look so hot right now. And I was like, yeah, no, I don't feel so good. I'm gonna call a car home. Now, what I thought happened was I pulled out my phone, opened up Lyft, put in my address, and was waiting for my car. What actually happened was apparently I was making dead, unblinking eye contact at my phone and just not moving. And so goes, are you still calling a car? I'm like, yeah. And he looks over my shoulder at my phone. She goes, are you sure? I went, yeah, I'm calling a Lyft right now. She went, you're trying to call a Lyft? I went, yeah. And she goes, buddy, you have Seamless open. So apparently what I was trying to do while I was tripping balls was I had been staring at Seamless for 5 minutes straight thinking that I was calling a car. And, you know, maybe a pizza man would have taken me home. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I threw my phone on the table and went, can one of you please call me a car? And so he called me a car. It came and she was like, do you want me to walk you to the car too? I went, yes, please. And so she walked me out of the diner and she went, okay, buddy, I don't want to alarm you, but there's stairs. And according to my only response was, fuck! So she got me down the stairs. She got me into the car safely. Seatbelt, like, buckled me in. I got to my apartment. Now, I live with my older sister. Here's what I thought happened. Hey, how are and oh, they were good. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm not feeling too good. Oh, okay, good night. What actually happened was, hey, how we're going to bed! Oh, okay. And so I went up to my sister the next day and I was like, hey, was I acting weird last night? And she was like, yeah. Anyway, so that night I had the worst night's sleep because I was just hyper fixating on everything. Like I could feel my eyeballs moving. I saw so many colors. Like I was seeing colors and my eyes were closed. And so I woke up the next day in like a huge fog, told my sister what happened, texted my friends to let them know that I was alive, apologized, and I had a hangover for 2 days. Now, I'm not telling you the story to be like, weed is evil, weed's the devil, don't smoke weed. But like, if you are like me and you've never smoked before, smoke with someone that you trust and make sure that they're paying attention to you. And do not ever smoke 3 joints in one sitting. And part of me wants to tell you that your second time smoking weed will be better, and I hope that's true for a lot of you. But let me tell you, at least for me, the second time was not better at all.